I slept with 100 married men to get revenge on my cheating husband. What's going on once again, everybody? Welcome to the channel. If you are new to the channel, I invite you to subscribe. Welcome and good to have you. If you are a returning viewer, good to see you again. I slept with 100 married men to get revenge on my cheating husband. Gwyneth has gone from victim to mistress. Well, that's a smart woman. Gwyneth has gone from victim to mistress. A woman whose oil tycoon husband cheated on her with other women got revenge by having lots of affairs too. Gwyneth Lee, 47, from Chelsea, London, was devastated when partner Robert began seeing other women in the last year of their marriage. She thought she would remain loyal to him for the rest of her life, but his betrayal shattered her faith in men. Gwyneth began having affairs too to avenge his adultery, and liked it so much that she carried on cheating after he died. She told The Sun Online, "I was very happily married to Robert for years. He was a high-flying oil executive who traveled all over the world for work. But I discovered in the last years of our marriage that he had been cheating on me with several women. He had a girl in every port, so to speak, and would regularly have flings when he was away on business trips. I was devastated at first because I genuinely believed in monogamy at the time and thought I had met the man of my dreams. I confronted him and he admitted his betrayal and basically said that there was no way he was ever going to be able to stay faithful. And he would rather be truthful with me. He wanted to stay in the marriage and for me to basically put up with his cheating. He was an incredible guy and I loved being married to him. So my attitude was, if you cannot beat them, join them." Gwyneth wanted the same arrangement as Robert, a series of no-strings affair largely revolving around sex. She joined illicitencounters.com, the UK's leading dating site for married people. When she logged onto the site, she realized to her horror that her husband was already registered on there under a different name. He had been using the same site to meet several of his lovers. Gwyneth signed up and was soon as busy as her husband when it came to extramarital affairs. The Lonely Lawyer. Gwyneth said, "This was my first affair and clearly it was a big deal for me because it was my first time I had cheated on Robert. My lover was a 40-year-old lawyer trapped in a sexless marriage with 3 children in their teens. He had made the mistake of marrying his childhood sweetheart and had only really had one lover. He'd had a classic middle-life crisis and realized that he had missed out on his youth and wanted to play the field for the first time. He had the perfect cover for meeting because he was often away at courts around the home countries representing clients. We'd meet in hotels for sex and then he would return home to his wife." The horny accountant. Gwyneth said, "This was an accountant with a high sex drive who couldn't get all the passion he wanted at home. He was a bit of an anorak and used to keep a spreadsheet recording every time he and his wife had sex. He wasn't the most exciting man in the world, but he was very wealthy. He ran his own firm and he was very generous with me, treating me to diamonds, designer dresses, and nights in the finest hotels. I got a wonderful gift every time we met up." The high-flying TV executive. Gwyneth said, "This was with a television executive behind some of the biggest shows in the UK. He was a womanizer who had slept with several actresses who had appeared in some of his dramas. He had multiple lovers and a very understanding wife who turned a blind eye to his cheating. All 3 lovers were approved by Gwyneth's husband Robert, who by then was seriously ill with cancer. He died 10 years ago from the disease, but rather than using his death to turn over a new leaf, Gwyneth just carried on as she has done before. She explained, Robert had shattered my faith in men, and the lovers I had seen in the last years of our marriage just made me realize that monogamy is a completely unrealistic expectation. Most men are not to be trusted, and who seriously wants to have a CX with the same person for the last 50 years of their life? It is not natural. We are programmed to seek mates and find the very best match. SCX to me is like the survival of the fittest. I stayed on illicit encounters and just carried seeing various married men, and I am still on the site today. It suits me. I get all the fun you get from a great love affair and none of the drudgery. Gwyneth doesn't think she will ever stop having affairs, adding, I feel absolutely no guilt over my life choices. All the men I have slept with would have cheated with someone else if they had not met me. Well, I agree. I don't think I will ever settle down again into a wholly monogamous relationship. I have had boyfriends since Robert's death, including lovely long term relationships. Each time I have told my lover that I didn't believe in monogamy and would struggle to stay faithful. I stressed that I would always be honest with them and they were free to see other women too. Well, that's good. That's very good that you're being upfront and honest with them. They can make their own choices. Each time, they gave me the green light to carry on having affairs, and in most cases, they were either already seeing other women or were that way inclined. I tend to only put that ultimatum to men who are on the same page as me. Gwyneth has previously claimed that she is good for unhappy marriages and helps keep families together. Well, more power to you, girl. More power to you. If you can help a man out there, go ahead and do your thing. Once again, thank you for checking out the video. Let us know what you think in the comment below. Subscribe to the channel, like the video on your way out, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.